Sasuke scoffed and glared at the girl standing before him. Sharpay Evans, I know you were the one who ordered my older brother to destroy my clan.
I'm so glad.
For that, you shall die, he roared, closing his eyes and activating his Sharingan.
Recap.
Recap. Recap. Recap. Recap. Recap. Recap.
Welcome back to Nostalgia Club.
Hey!
This is what season is this?
Season 5.
This is season 5 recap. The episode after the season ends, where we go back through all the episodes we have recorded for this season, and we talk about things we have missed, or updates about those properties, or oops, we made a mistake, or someone told us that we made a mistake. Thank you so much for being here. These episodes are super fun. They are a little more loosey-goosey. We tend to go in tangents.
And we don't have to do any reading in advance. We're not closing in on the wire.
Yes, it's like going to a really difficult math class and the teacher rolls out the TV and you're like, oh.
Ah, yes, that's a good comparison.
We're watching Bill Nye tonight, baby. I'm Jino, and with me are my two co-hosts.
Victoria.
And Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always celebrate after we say our names like it's some great accomplishment, which truly it is, because we mess it up so often. It's a little embarrassing. And let's do the episode now.
Hooray! Well, we started doing this a couple seasons ago. I don't remember when, but quickly, our non-nostalgic reading and watching updates. Anything you guys have been reading and watching lately that you want to recommend to the listeners that they might also enjoy?
Last recap, I was reading a book called The Quiet War. It was like a science fiction book. I'm reading its sequel now called Gardens of the Sun. It's very good. It's very interesting. I won't go too much into detail, but it comes after the previous book's titular Quiet War and is sort of about like the side that ostensibly wins the Quiet War hasn't necessarily won just because it won a war. The idea of embracing and trying to wrap a whole nother like culture into the operation of a very different sort of civilizational machine is proving complicated and difficult, and the broken and corrupt pieces of the quote-unquote winning side are like seemingly starting to like cause problems in and of themselves. And then on top of that, there's like a bunch of description of different planetoids and stuff in our solar system that go on for pages.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so I'm having a great time with that. I'm literally reading like a chapter a week. I like get coffee and sit down and then read a chapter and then go away. But aside from that, I'm also rolling through a book called Between the Mountain and the Sky. Between the Mountain and the Sky is a book written by Maggie Doyne, cobbled together by a number of her sort of blog posts and accounts and talking to other people she was working with in this process where she started this nonprofit organization in Nepal. And it's this school and children's home. She started it when she was like 19. I don't know if she was taking a gap year from, like college or something. And she was just sort of traveling the world and had this experience where, I'm paraphrasing and I may get details wrong, but she was going through Nepal and basically passing by this quarry where I think a number of like women and young girls were working, and encountered this like very sunny, this little girl, this kid, and got like some directions maybe or some help. But to make a long story short, ended up realizing that she could essentially change this girl's life for what from her perspective as an American was like a much more negligible monetary sum, like just paying for her to go to school, and was just sort of captured by that experience on like a fundamental like level. And over the course of years, started this like school and foundation. It's called Blink Now is the nonprofit. But the book is great. It's a very honest accounting of things. It doesn't, I want to be careful how I put this, but it doesn't feel like a piece of produced advertisement media where it's like, look at how great we are in this whole experience. But she's very honest about her experience, how hard it could be and how rewarding it could be, and how both of those things can be intertwined in and of the same thing. And it's a great book, and it's like an organization that I sort of follow on like a very low-key level. Just I get like the email updates and I read them, and it's just, People doing good in the world.
Nice.
So those are the two things I've been reading.
Very cool.
What about you,
Oh,
Victoria?
wait.
Oh.
Ooh.
There's this series that I was watching with my mom called La Brea. I think it aired maybe a couple of years ago, but it's nuts. I think it's on Netflix. It's like a sinkhole opens up at the La Brea tar pits.
Oh. Wait, my parents also have been watching this.
and like a standard family falls through, or some of a standard American family falls through the sinkhole and winds up in prehistoric La Brea. I don't know. There's other subplots going, but it's kind of intoxicating. I've been watching it with my mom. It's so interesting.
Does it feel paleontologically accurate?
It's one of those things where the gimmick is we've fallen into prehistoric La Brea, but in the first 2 episodes, it's look at these prehistoric birds and look at this prehistoric wolf.
Yeah,
and
sure.
then episode 4 is a minute of look at this prehistoric ground sloth. And then we're not going to show you any more CGI animals. We're just going to be out here in our set in the woods.
Yeah.
And
they got a couple big ones out to set the scene. And
yeah, I guess they do have some other interesting set dressing.
It's just here's a drama about a family stuck in the woods. The prehistoric woods, but mostly the woods.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they're doing a Lost thing where other people who fall through the sinkhole are trying to cobble together how do we survive? And
Oh, sure.
but there's also a lot of there's a guy who fell through, and also in addition to other buildings and cars, his car fell through and it's packed with heroin or whatever. Or something like that. It's some illicit substance. And he
Great.
was I was going to LA to sell the heroin. And now the requisite teens who are in prehistoric La Brea are oh no, if he finds out that we found his heroin, he's going to be he's going to try to kill us or whatever. And it's you're in prehistoric La Brea, you fell through a sinkhole. The fact that this guy has a trunk full of heroin should be the least of anyone's concerns right now.
true.
Incredible.
But he's still super focused on when I get back through the portal in the sky, I got to make sure I still have my heroin. It's what do you think's going to happen, man? I don't know. There's a lot to laugh along with watching La Brea. I'm very impressed with some of the set design where it seems like they've just crafted, I don't know, a disaster site of buildings and stuff that fell from the sky just in the middle of the woods. It's oh, cool.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, how have your parents been enjoying it, Gino?
Most of the conversation was me trying to understand the premise.
Mm.
They were like, La Brea, and I was like, the city, and they're like, okay, so the tar pits, and I was like, yeah, we've been there, and then we go on a tangent about how we've been there, and then so they fall into it. I'm like, so they're dead, and they're like, no, hold on, wait. It reminds me a lot of there were plenty of shows or movies, stories when I was young that were about character interacts with prehistoric something. And, me loving dinosaurs and prehistory in general, I'd be really excited. And then the story would be about the characters and not the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, why am I watching this? I don't care about your interpersonal problems. Show me the thunder lizards, please.
Did you watch that show that was in the overcrowded dystopian future, they invent time travel and send people back to the Mesozoic?
Oh, was Harrison Ford in that?
No, it was the guy from Avatar. It was the guy who plays the bad, evil military guy.
Yeah, and they
in
try to
Avatar.
set up a compound. And
Yeah.
they're getting attacked by dinosaurs.
It
I watched
lasted,
a little
a
bit.
season.
Yeah, it was, again, less people, more dinosaurs. That's why Walking with Dinosaurs is the best dinosaur media, because there's no people. Get the people off my screen.
It's like the Godzilla movies. Everyone's like, why are all these human beings on the screen when I could be watching Godzilla?
True. Although in that case, I think the best Godzilla movies are about the people.
Exactly.
But then they also made Godzilla versus Kong or whatever that was. That's where there's my giant monsters punching each other.
Yeah.
So, there's a little bit for everyone.
Sorry. Tangent.
That's the point of the episode.
I know, but we haven't even started talking about the things that we read and watched.
Victoria,
Yeah.
what you reading right now?
Okay, recently, first of all, shout out to 2025 Victoria for hitting her reading goal. Woo!
Yay!
Which was 25 books, not including books for Nostalgia Club.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Not including. Wow.
Yeah. And then this year I decided I will include Nostalgia Club books just to see how many overall books I read.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm trying to vary it year to year. Okay, last year my favorite book that I read was The Teller of Small Fortunes, which I just picked up on a whim off the library shelf, which is a huge risk for me because I mean, you've only got so much time in your day. So I usually like to read books that are on my list already or have been recommended so that I know that it's going to be good. But I was intrigued by the cover and I was like, this sounds like a nice, cozy fantasy. And there's a cat. So, you know,
Of course.
checks all my boxes. And it was really lovely. It's about this woman who has a little bit of magic, but in her world, if you have the ability to do magic, you're technically supposed to like register with like the magisterium essentially. But she doesn't want that. And so she has just been flying under the radar by doing a little bit of magic with her fortune telling business. And she ran away from home also because her home life isn't that great. And so it's just like a nice found family story where she's just traveling in her cart and she encounters these other people and helps them like find a missing kid. I'm not doing a great job of describing.
No, but it sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it was really nice and it was very heartfelt and I really enjoyed it.
Nice. Howl's Moving Wagon.
Yeah. No, actually, yeah, it did have some Howl's Moving Castle vibes because she, similarly to Howl, is like, I don't want any part of
Taxes.
this registration that you want me to do. But then the problem is the more she does her magic, the more they can track her. Because they literally have magicians whose whole ability is tracking magic.
That makes sense.
She can't stay in one town for very long because the longer she stays in a town doing magic, the easier it is to track her down. But it becomes a really lonely existence because she can't plant roots anywhere. She can't stay in one place and get to know people for very long. She rarely ever goes back to the same town even. Usually when she does, it's for supplies and whatnot. And so her allowing other people to become part of her life is like a huge step for her. And it's like very vulnerable. So I really liked it. And then another highlight from this year was The House in the Cerulean Sea.
Ooh.
Yeah, you have been talking about that
Yes, which I've been telling everyone about. It's basically a combination of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children with the Umbrella Academy with some Mysterious Benedict vibes, but it's for adults.
Oh.
So it feels
Wow.
like this is a book that has everything that I loved reading as a kid, but now that I'm older, like I've grown with the genre, if that makes sense. So it feels very nostalgic to read, but it also feels new.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, I have been just reflecting on, like, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I think in recent years, there's been a shift to, like, writing for young adults, like, not just, like, YA,
Adults
like,
who are
teenager.
younger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adults who are younger. I'm not describing for
Pre-middle age.
book demographics are a little bit weird, but I feel like before there wasn't really, like, books written for people, like, in their 20s to 40s.
Yeah, it's
You just
like
kind of had to jump from YA to whatever adults read.
kids read books and old people read books. And everyone in the middle needs to go to work.
Yeah.
Go to work and raise kids and bring the salt out of the mines and
Yeah, I just feel like when I was like in late college, I was still reading YA books because nothing in the adult section appealed to me.
I think you're right. I think like the like book talk phenomenon, right? There's this whole generation of people who watched bookstores die and are like nostalgic for the idea of reading books and like being, you know, immersed in these stories and like, you know, having pages or whatever. And so they do book talk and they get really excited about this and the publishers notice and they're going, actually, we need books to cater to this specific demographic.
Yeah.
That's why so many people in college, like you said, like, I think it was underserved. I think you're right. I think it is something that's happening now.
Yeah. And I feel like I stopped reading once I got to college, like reading for fun,
Yeah.
because there just wasn't any, like I was like, I don't really relate to YA books anymore. And there aren't any like quote unquote adult books that I find interesting either. So I just didn't read. But then doing this podcast rekindled my love for reading because we got to go back to like these books written ostensibly for kids, but it just like has that spark that I was looking for. So then it's nice to now find a lot of those same things I enjoyed in kids' books, but now in adult books. Yeah.
We're cycling back through the reading development stages.
Yeah. Also, I told our friend Isabella, who's been on the podcast.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah. About this book. And she looked up the description and was like, it's literally like crafted in a lab for the type of readers everyone on Nostalgia Club is. That was so funny.
Wow.
That's a good rec.
Actually, no, I think she has already read it. I've been telling so many people about this that I can't even remember.
I mean, the description of it's like all these books that do the whole
magical kids.
Magical kids in a home for, like sort of home, but home away from home, but still home. But
ostracized by society, but they find family with each other. It's very nice.
But it's for people who are in their 20s.
Yeah.
It's like,
but they can curse.
Yeah.
I'm not on TikTok, but it sort of leaks out. Sometimes it breaks containment. And a lot of the books that have become popular with like people college age to like mid 30s are books with premises like log lines that I think would have only been expected of YA books maybe 20 years ago. And now these authors are taking these quote YA premises and giving them like an adult twist. Often it's like just now it's horny, but or like they're dying for real. But like not everything's perfect.
Yeah. I've just been really excited to be back into reading in my adult age.
Hooray!
In my old age. I'm not old. I know.
Now that I am adult age, I'm so happy to be reading.
Anyways, those are mine. What about you, Jino?
I haven't read anything.
It's okay.
Here's what I've been doing with my last week of time, my precious, precious time. I go to work, I make food, I spend time with loved ones and friends and my pets, and I play the 2008 hit children's MMO Wizard 101, which is somehow still going strong with an active community, constant updates, and the same predatory payment model. Which is probably why they're still going. It's weird to be playing a game made... Like, have you guys ever gone back to those, like, Club Penguin servers that, like, fans make after Club Penguin went down?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so once Club Penguin, they flipped the iceberg or whatever, and they killed Club Penguin. And people have been making fan servers of Club Penguin because people are nostalgic and they want to revisit the island. And you go back and you're like, the aesthetic of this is really charming. The game itself, I don't remember it being this boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the whole draw of Club Penguin is just that you get to hang out with your friends online.
Yes.
That's the main draw of Club Penguin.
I guess. Well,
for me...
I like the mini games as well.
I mean... Yeah, I don't have strong memories, and I'm not sure if my sister does either, of like, yes, getting together with my friends on Club Penguin. It was like, oh, my cousins also have Club Penguin, and I'm aware of that fact. And then maybe sometimes it's like you call on the phone, and it's like, yay, we're both on Club Penguin together. But otherwise, it was like, I'm going to do the sled game. Whee!
Well, the sled, like what my friends and I would do is we'd call each other and be like, get on Club Penguin right now. And then we'd hang out and go sledding or play the mini games together.
Oh,
that's
wow.
fun.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wow,
Yeah.
your friends had so much cohesion and structure.
That was the main reason for calling.
Did
was
you
to-
pay to get your igloo all
No,
tricked out?
I never paid. And I was always upset that I couldn't get more than the two basic puffle colors.
Oh,
Because it's like red and blue. I mean, they're great puffles, but, there's so many other puffle colors. I didn't even care about the cosmetics as much as I cared about the puffles.
You played Club Penguin to hang out with your friends. I played Club Penguin to grind those puffles. I was like, I'm going to play mini games and I'm going to get as much money as possible. I convinced my parents to get me like a 1-unit subscription or whatever, and then either they forgot about it and kept paying it, or my account glitched and I just kept the benefits. Either way, I had a Club Penguin membership for a while. But
You
that's
were
not
one
the
of
point.
those people. No, I'm
I
kidding.
was. I needed the puffles. I needed the cool special puffles. But going back to the game as an adult, you're like, oh, this really was a Flash game for children.
Yeah.
Darn. Like going back to Wizard 101, their core demographic are the people who can still afford to play Wizard 101, which are late teens to like, adults. Like people who are nostalgic or people who are like about to be making money. So the game has a lot of quality of life updates, especially for the early game. So people who are coming back to it don't have to experience how absolutely miserable it was. It's a deck building game. And you click a card to play it, and then you watch like a 30-second animation of it doing it. And then your opponent does a 30-second animation. Oh, and if there's two of them, that's 60 seconds of animation, baby. But they've sort of tightened it up a little bit. It's been nice to go through something so mindlessly that was such a huge part of my childhood. I was joking with my friends the other day because for lunch I had pizza and ice cream, and then for dinner I had pizza and ice cream. And I played Wizard 101 and watched a movie about Minecraft and played a board game. And I was like, this is the best. If I was 12, I'd be losing my shit right now. But I'm not. I'm in my late 20s.
You're living your childhood dream life.
This is the point of being an adult, is that we can do this now. Should we do it all the time?
No.
Nope, we die. But once in a while, it's okay to live those childhood dreams. And that's what I've been doing. And it will take all my money. Monthly subscriptions for games. That was a dark time. And you know what? It's coming back.
Yeah, you could probably replace the past tense with the present tense.
Yep.
It is a dark time. What's the Star Wars crawl? Isn't there one that says something dark time?
The dead speak. Palpatine has returned to the galaxy. And he's like, whoa, I'm going to build 1 billion of the one ship that wasn't very good. I just made a bunch of people mad. Is any of this usable?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, shall we get into the recap?
Let's do it. Oh.
No, we're going to keep tangent. No,
Okay.
We'll go into the recap.
This whole episode just derails. Our listeners are like, but I wanted the recap. I actually don't know. I feel like if you do listen to these, you sort of have to expect that it's going to go wherever.
Well, I mean, you see the hour and a half or 2 hour timestamp, and it's like, you know what you're getting into.
Part 1, Part 2. Yeah.
All right, so first episode of season 5 was High School Musical.
Yay!
Yay!
Wow.
Good
My
time.
sister was on that
Yeah,
one.
your sister was on the show, and that was super fun. I have some things that I forgot to bring up.
Go
from
down
that
your list.
episode. Okay, the first one is I forgot to bring up how in the second movie, there's a scene where Troy is visibly jealous of Ryan because Ryan was like hanging out with Gabriella while Troy was, I think it was after he had to like spend the whole day with Sharpay.
Oh, Troy.
And he missed the baseball game.
Oh, Troy.
So you get the whole like I don't dance sequence where, as we've talked about, something's going on with Ryan and Chad. And then you get the next scene, which is Troy being jealous that Ryan is hanging out with Gabriella. And I'm like, Troy, he's so gay. You don't have to be jealous.
I didn't pick up on that in the movie, possibly because it didn't seem possible in my mind that anyone could see that interaction and be like, "Urgh."
Yeah. You can tell, because they kind of like lay it on thick. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. But I think Gabriella's sort of like leaning on Ryan a little bit because they're just talking.
Sure.
And they become good friends. And Troy shows up and he's like, you guys are hanging out? It's like so funny to
You know
me.
what? I think I probably took that as like Troy hasn't forgiven Ryan for High School Musical 1 sins. Like he's still like, I don't trust Ryan. He's on the enemy team or whatever.
I guess I could see it as Troy has just spent the whole day sort of being harassed by Sharpay, and that's her twin brother, so maybe his residual annoyance rubbed off on that interaction.
To be clear, I think you're correct in your analysis. I just think that's how I took the scene. Because again, I don't think a single molecule of me was like, oh, that's something worth being jealous of. Clearly there's a threat here.
It was just so funny to me. So I wanted to bring that up. The second thing I wanted to bring up is that one of the reasons why the song Now or Never, which is the first song in High School Musical 3, and it's really great. But
It's
one of
really
the
good.
reasons why that song in particular really sticks in my head and I have it memorized is because there's a really great Haikyuu edit of this song.
Of course.
Like a Haikyuu AMV set to this song, and it's perfect because that song fits Haikyuu so well.
Well, go to YouTube, listener, and look it up.
They play sport in school?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Basically the same thing.
It was one of those AMVs where they got like a bunch of people to each animate, I think like 10 to 15 seconds of the song. So you get different animation editing styles throughout.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was a common trend in the AMV world because editing a whole entire song by yourself is pretty time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
So then it'd be like a fun collab to get a bunch of your friends or other fan editors to put together like a compilation. So I think that one specifically is like each person chose a team that they wanted to animate for a section of
So
an
they
hour or whatever.
animated it, or was it editing?
No, it's not anime.
They were editing pieces of the show.
They're
Yes.
editing pieces of the show,
I was gonna
but
say, an
depending
AMV
on
where you reanimated it.
well,
That's
depending on
great.
the skill of the person, some people would do like really complicated motion graphics and stuff.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
you get variations in the AMV world.
Can you imagine, like, you're going through one of those videos and, you know, here's the first school, they look really cool. Oh, here's the second school, oh, they look so awesome. And here's the third school, and the editor shows a bunch of cuts to make them look really bad. Or it's just like 15 seconds of, like, the meat dance from Karasuno.
That would be really funny. Okay, last thing. I have to bring this up. This is a legendary, and I mean legendary Tumblr post, okay?
Okay.
It starts with a picture of Sharpay, and it says Open RP. So if you don't know what Open RP is, basically on Tumblr, people would invite other people to start role-playing on the same like post thread, and they would say like, this is my character, respond with your character, and we'll do like a role play scenario.
Is this how we got Help Me, Mr. Obama?
What?
Maybe.
Help, Mr. Obama, I'm drowning. Then perish. Something like that.
Okay, so it starts with a picture of Sharpay, and she's saying, hey.
Wait, that's your open RP?
Yeah.
That's so.
Hey?
Okay, but just wait.
Establish something about the world.
Who do you think the second character is going to be?
Well, I
Ooh.
already saw.
Did you already see it?
Was that Sasuke from
Yes,
Naruto?
Yes!
It says, Sasuke scoffed and glared at the girl standing before him. Sharpay Evans, I know you were the one who ordered my older brother to destroy my clan.
I'm so glad.
For that, you shall die. He roared, closing his eyes and activating his Sharingan. I will avenge my family.
Good instincts.
Okay, Sharpay's response. It's the picture of her like staring down at the cafeteria, being all imperious. And she says, I'd love to see you try, Sasuke.
Wow. Committing.
I love it. I love it.
I would say like every couple months, this would just like circulate back to your timeline.
Yeah.
Because people just like, it's one of those posts that anytime someone sees it, they will reblog it. And it's just so funny. I was like, we can't talk about High School Musical without talking about the legendary Sharpay and Sasuke RP.
There's something. Why is Sasuke so funny to place in relation to characters who are not like
He's just has such a chip on his shoulder, and he's so serious.
he's so serious and he's so edgy and his backstory is so undeniably tragic that if you place him in any world that's even slightly colorful, he becomes ridiculous.
He overwhelms the immediate environment.
Yeah. Remember that Mabel Pines?
Yeah.
Mabel Pines? What is it? Resurrects as Sasuke or something
No.
like that?
Sasuke.
Oh, yes. She
Yeah.
reincarnates. No. Sasuke is reincarnated in Mabel Pines' body. Right?
But it's in the Naruto world. Because she's talking with her brother.
Oh, right. No. It is in the Naruto. It's been so
Is it?
long.
Oh my gosh.
Mabel
That was
Pines
crazy.
reincarnates as Sasuke.
Right, okay, it was
and
the other way
interacts
around.
with
Itachi.
yeah.
It's so funny. I remember this thread being longer.
All I can think of is
Oh, yes,
that
there's a screenshot on Reddit because I couldn't find the whole post because at that point, like, people had already reblogged So after Sharpay says, "I'd love to see you try, Sasuke," then Sasuke says, "You can't lay a finger on me, not with that horrendous top." The next one is Sharpay holding a dog, and she says, "That was it, the final straw. This boy had insulted Sharpay's fashion sense, and that was a fatal move. Quote, the Uchiha bloodline ends here."
Wow. Sometimes artists and art come from places we least expect.
Yeah. And now you guys know.
And now we know.
I don't know, though. Sasuke seems unexpected and yet inevitable.
Sasuke is inevitable, but not in the way you think.
Any last High School Musical thoughts?
I did put the opening song to High School Musical 3 in my like songs rotation.
Nice.
So it does occasionally play. And this has caught people off guard.
There was after we recorded that episode, I think you had like a birthday Victoria. And I remember, I don't know why this is cropping up now, I was like bopping my head silently to...
Oh, I remember this.
What's the
I remember
song
this.
from the third one? I Want It or whatever?
Yes.
Like,
I want it all.
I want it all.
Yeah.
I was bopping my head silently, wasn't humming, making any noise, to I Want It All. And Victoria, I think you started bopping your head along, just like, shared brain cell.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm doing it to I Want It All. And you were like, I was doing it to I Want It All.
Wow. Really do share one
we
brain
literally
cell.
mind linked in that moment.
Every now and then it
It was
appears.
really great. All right. The next episode was the Penderwicks.
I don't know if I have
wow.
anything else to say about the Penderwicks. I kind of yapped for 2 episodes straight.
We did have a good long yap.
We did. It was a very good episode. I have various ancillary follow-ups
Sure,
that
yeah.
just came to my mind. One is that I got 2 of my close friends to read the whole series.
Nice.
Yes.
It
And so it was
spreads.
very fun to get their live reactions while they were reading. And one of my friends clocked the ending, I think like an hour into reading the first book.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. But I think it was partly because I did build it up a little bit.
Okay.
And she knew about like the Little Women parallels and stuff. So, but it was just like I was trying so hard not to react one way or the other when she said it. But I took a screenshot just to like have the timestamp and everything so I could show her at the end and be like, you literally clocked it so early on.
Mhm.
So that was fun. Also, Jino kindly bought me all the books. Hooray!
Yeah.
So now I have all of them and I can read them whenever. Okay, but off of my friends reading the books, I got to have like further Penderwicks discussions with them. Again, yes, all part of my plan. And we were talking about the Little Women Joe parallels with Sky and how people were like projecting a lot of like their opinions of Joe onto Sky and how like, oh, it's a bummer that Sky gets married, which I do still kind of agree with. But I think a lot of people are overlooking the fact that Jane Penderwick never gets married.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I would say Jane and Sky are basically Joe split in half.
Yes.
I just think it's interesting that people don't talk about Jane as much as they talk about Sky in the like Joe parallel conversation.
Yeah.
In the plot of the books, there's more drama about Sky and Jeffrey's relationship.
Mhm.
And Jane and Jeffrey are sort of seen as like almost sibling-esque.
Yeah.
But like, you're right. Jane and Sky are just Joe Marsh split in half.
Mm-hmm.
And so people could easily just project all of their sadness about a sinking ship onto a new person if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
Sky
there's
is the part that marries Mr. Bear, and Jane is the part that remains.
They're like the two endings of the Greta Gerwig adaptation.
Yeah, literally.
Like Jane at the end is just solely focused on writing her book.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because like
Well, it's also
in
like
Penderwicks in Spring, she's the one with like they do allude to her dating and stuff. But by the end, she's just like, I don't really care. I'm writing my book, which I think is fun.
yeah, there's not a lot of drama affiliated with Jane's like social life or dating life, so I guess no one really.
She had her
sinks.
one like romantic subplot in the second book.
And even then, in like the fourth book, she's like hanging out with a bunch of people, and
Yeah.
you're like, she probably dated like a new person every couple months.
Yeah.
Because she has like her social life is huge,
Mm-hmm.
but like I guess there's just not really a lot of drama affiliated with it. Also, they're like what? How old are they in that final book? because Sky's like graduating college or whatever.
She's graduating from her PhD.
Okay, well, that's a little different.
Yeah.
Like Jane is post-college age at that point, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then, like it's...
I mean,
She's
there's
got
still a lot
time.
of time.
She's probably like 23, maybe? Jane,
Because she's a little younger than Sky,
24.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's mainly like I see a lot of people complaining like, oh, it feels like Sky didn't have any interest in marriage. And so it feels like not true to her character that she gets married so quickly at the end.
But it is true to life.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like this happens. Sometimes you go off to do your PhD and you meet someone, you're like, okay, actually, I changed my mind about everything.
Yeah. And then I think people were saying like, oh, like there's just too much focus on like people getting married at the end. And it's like Jane is right there and no one is pressuring her to get married or anything.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to throw that out there. That's
Yeah.
my last button on the Penderwicks series.
That's a good thing to point out.
Yeah.
It's like, take
I also
it
had the
easy.
thought that I don't think Jeffrey and Sky would have been good friends post-college. I think they would have drifted apart by the end of... Like, by the time the last book happens, they're probably not really good friends anymore.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Yeah.
still, like, close in the...
Like family friends.
Yeah, family
Yeah.
friends, yeah.
The kind of like, if you were in a medical emergency, I will drop
Mhm.
everything for you.
Yeah.
But also, I am not attending your book club.
Yeah. I probably won't see you for
They
like...
live such vastly different lives at that point, and like Jino said, they really don't have that many shared interests outside of just growing up together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True to life.
True to
Yeah.
life. Great characters.
Really
Perfect
great.
books.
Perfect books.
Yeah.
I
Perfect
still...
books.
Gosh, thinking about it now, it's like the feelings are all still there. Like, I don't have to... Like, there's certain books we've read, I think, that, like, I was super, like, sunk into them, and I was like, oh, these are really great. And I still think of them fondly, but the feelings don't dredge up as immediately as when I think of Penderwicks, where it's like, oh, no, it's still right there.
Yeah.
I can reaccess a lot of those.
Yeah. Slightly cynically, but this reminded me of a picture you sent us, Victoria, of a book that was like Joe Marsh and Laurie romance, romance rewritten or something
a
like
romantic retelling was the tagline.
that. And it was
called
basically,
Joe and Laurie.
yeah, it was basically just like my fan fiction where they got together. There's something about a story that wraps up so perfectly that there's no debate about how well it ends. And then people are like, it's done. Hooray, I'm satisfied. And then like the fan dissolves. But if there's a little bit of like, but what if this, what if that, what if they got together? That's how you keep fandom alive. In like a terrible, toxic whirlpool that they can't escape from. That's how you sell more books, baby.
I mean, I think I talked about in the Little Women episode, I did read a Little Women retelling sort of where there's like this girl who gets isekai'd into Little Women and then tries to get Joe and Laurie to get together, but then she ends up falling in love with Laurie or something messy like that. And I mean, it's public domain now, so it's out of Louise May Alcott's hands. People are going to do whatever they want with these characters. And I think it's like people's right to write fan fiction if they want to and whatnot. But it is just a little bit funny to me because it's like you did kind of miss the point a little bit.
Wait, let me pitch something. Aspiring Little Women fanfic writers out there who are eventually going to be published because, wow, crazy.
Hey, write something where Beth survives, please.
Ooh, true.
What would be a more interesting twist to that isekai plot, purely through character dynamics, is that this girl gets isekai'd into the book with the intent of bringing Joe and Laurie together, and then Laurie falls for her, but she falls for Joe. But Joe's character remains the same, where like, I don't want to be with anyone. I want to write my book. And so she finds herself in Laurie's position.
I really
like that.
Where like now it's her unrequited love. And then Laurie is still in the same position, but now it's like against, so it's like a weird, like, I guess like.
So she's getting both experiences.
She's getting both experiences.
She's getting Joe's experience and Laurie's experience.
And so now she understands why the ending of the book was like that.
Yeah.
That's
and then she
really
can
good.
leave and the book's fine. And you don't need to mess with it. And she's learned that valuable lesson.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. And also, she's heartbroken. And that's how you get the fan fiction working, baby. And that's how you sell more books.
Oh, that's right, because then you get fan fiction about this new
About
character.
the fan fiction, right.
Yeah. and it splits multiple. It's not just about getting Joe and Lori together. It's like, oh, either the fanfiction character with Joe or the fanfiction character with Lori, or most likely of all, the fanfiction character with both Joe and Lori, and it's a throuple.
And then Sasuke's there.
And Sasuke's there. Sasuke is reincarnated, or no, she's reincarnated in the body of Sasuke in Little Women.
Right, yes. And the Uchida clan is dead. and she needs to take revenge. And Ochimaru.
And Ochimaru is...
Orochimaru.
Orochimaru.
Wow.
What did I say? Did I say Rochimaru?
You said Ochimaru.
Ochimaru?
And
Orochimaru?
and Orochimaru
My apologies to
is...
Orochimaru.
Orochimaru...
Please don't kill me.
Orochimaru is reincarnated in the body of...
President Grant. Because that's the timeline, right? He's alive. He's doing stuff.
Yeah.
And
post-Civil War, right?
And then Naruto is reincarnated in the body of...
Beth.
No, Sakura's reincarnated in the body of Beth. Because they never give her anything to do anyway.
Doing Sakura dirty in every alternate universe.
Yeah, and
no,
then Naruto...
Sakura needs to be somebody else so that she can heal Beth.
Do they retain their powers when they reincarnate?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think they're just there.
Little Women, but Joe realizes that she can
who's
summon the Chitauri.
Who's writing the Naruto X Little Women crossover alternate universe AU fanfiction?
Not me. Sounds like a lot of work. I don't know enough about either property to do it justice.
Yeah, same. One of you listening's got to do it.
Yeah. All right, listeners. Email us at nostalgiclubpodcast@gmail.com with your Little Women and Naruto fanfiction. Thank you. We'll critique it on the pod. No, I'm kidding.
The falling into the lake scene, so easy to fix. Just shadow clone yourself and create a human chain. What's the problem?
Very nice. So then Naruto is reincarnated in the body of...
Joe?
No, because
Amy?
Amy falls in the lake.
Oh, right.
So Naruto's reincarnated in the body of Amy. And
Naruto does kind of have Amy energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that works.
Yeah. This is so stupid.
Have we lost everyone?
Yeah, everyone's like, okay, I'm done. Okay, I actually have one more Penderwicks story.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is that when we were talking about Jane and Sky's play shenanigans in book 2, I can't believe I forgot to tell my own personal experience that actually kind of mirrors that.
Oh, snap.
Which is not that I had my sister do my homework for me, because I don't have a sister. No, I'm kidding.
That would be a big twist.
Yeah. Basically, when I was in elementary school, I think, my friend and I wrote the Christmas play for our church. And we rehearsed it with our Sunday school group and everything, and we were all ready. It was a really fun play where we are all angels, and then each angel had like...
Naruto character reincarnated in their body.
One was like a gamer, so was always like looking at his phone playing games. And then he actually got in trouble with his mom for being on his phone during the play. And we had to tell her, like, no, we told him to always be on his phone. It was a whole thing. And day before we were supposed to do it, my friend got sick. And she was supposed to be playing like the head angel. So she had the most lines. And we were like, what are we going to do? Like, she lost her voice. And so she couldn't power through even if she wanted to.
Yeah.
And so I ended up taking her place because I was the only other person who knew all of the lines because I hadn't helped write it.
Wow.
So it was like very similar to what happens to Jade and Sky.
Were you playing a different character?
I was playing a different angel. And then we got someone else to replace me as that character because there were fewer lines.
Well, that's cool. That's a fun coincidence as book stories go.
Yeah. And then another slight story related to that is when Sky was like, I, quote unquote, wrote this play and I don't want it to be performed in front of everyone I know because that's really horrifying. In middle school, I won first place in a short story writing competition. Hey. And my English teacher was like, that's amazing. Why don't you read it in front of the class?
Oh, man.
And I was like, please don't make me do that. And she was like, no, I think it'd be really great to like share it. And so she let me have my friend read it, which ended up being worse somehow.
Oh, because then you're sitting there like, oh no.
Yeah, it was like, then you have nothing to do. Like, you can't even focus on reading. You're just sitting there like listening to someone read your story that you feel like embarrassed to like share with the class or whatever.
I would have left. I would have walked out.
I couldn't leave class.
Oh, man.
Anyways, so that was like, when Sky was talking about that, that did remind me of my own embarrassing reading story in front of class story.
That's an interesting combination because you wrote like a play and then you performed that play as like the head character, but the short story was a bridge
I don't know.
too far.
I had extreme public speaking anxiety as a kid. And I think it was easier when it was in a play because like everyone else is like doing it with you.
That makes sense.
So I felt less self-conscious about being in a play versus I'm giving a presentation by myself or reading my story that I wrote. It just felt really like vulnerable to like have my short story read in front of people I didn't know that well.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyways, and listen to Ghost Inspector.
And if you donate to our Ko-fi, we'll have Victoria read her story from middle school live on the pod.
Oh, God. No, that's so...
And then Michael and I will give honest critique.
It was like a story about this girl who... Her siblings get kidnapped, so she goes on a voyage to find them, and it turns out they were kidnapped by a witch who was stealing their youth.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's better than I've been going through old stuff, like old school stuff to get rid of. And so I've encountered some like stories I've written as well. That's a compelling tale, stolen their youth. I remember having to write a short story. It's like make your own Greek god because it was the Greek gods lesson. So I made some like god of bugs. And we have to like go deal with Arachne, but Arachne like falls in a pool of toxic waste and grows to the size of a kaiju.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoa.
So
That's
your
pretty
story
sick.
is like an honest to goodness, like a fairy tale. Like, and here's the sort of metaphor in terms of stealing our youth. And mine's
I
like,
think you guys are putting a lot of weight onto this premise.
but like the core is there.
Yeah.
The core of mine is I like bugs, and I'm gonna make one real big.
Pretty good.
I mean, that's basically the plot of Gregor.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on.
No, I think it's mostly that the bugs are big. Victoria, your story did give me visceral flashbacks to moments in college when I was forced to present something that I had made that I was less than satisfied with.
Yeah.
And like the sheer terror of being forced to sit in, and this is college, so an auditorium of your peers.
Oh, God.
And like, and here's Jino's movie. And you're like, no.
Yeah, that's
And you can't run. So all you do is just sit there with your shirt over your eyes and hope it ends okay.
I will say being in a screenwriting class for 4 years was sort of like exposure therapy. Going from being in middle school where I was like, I don't want anyone to read my writing, and then going to a screenwriting class where the whole point is that everyone reads your writing and critiques it.
Yeah.
It was almost worse, though, in screenwriting class because people wouldn't say anything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They would just stare at you afterwards.
Yeah, that's
And I
rough.
was like, that makes me feel like it was bad. But they'd be like, no, we don't have like any notes. And I was like, no, but like you not saying anything makes me think it's bad.
I will say the times in screenwriting classes, and I've been in far fewer than you, where people did have something to say, usually wasn't a good time.
Yeah.
Oy. I guess that's probably like going to be par for the course if you're like figuring out how to be in a room where you're like giving notes to people.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like young people in that situation who are not accustomed to giving notes will have a hard time figuring out how can I give a small critique to this thing, which is ostensibly finished and pretty good. And I'm like, I'm too busy thinking about my own thing, or like I'm thinking about what I'm going to do after this.
Also, it's like 7 p.m. at night.
Yeah. But when the script is like objectively really confusing or bad, then you're like, oh, now I can have something to say. I can participate in class and get the participation points.
Yeah.
And then you have like 30 kids going, that was weird. And then it's like,
Oh no!
Yeah. Like if you had told me back in middle school that would be like my whole college experience, I'd be like, get me out of there. But, I wanted to be a writer, so had to do it.
Doomed.
sometimes your middle school self says, I would never, ever have my writing read out loud in a class. And then you go off to college and you come back and you're like, actually, you know what? That's all I do now. And then people get mad at you because like, she'd never get married. This guy would never get married. She'd never go off and have change a heart or like have life experiences that would change her as a person. She'd never do that. It's only been 8 years. She'd never do that.
She didn't fall in love with this random kid that she met when she was a kid. She won't fall in love with anyone.
Great way to bring it back around.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it for Penderwicks?
Yes.
Love those books. After Penderwicks, we talked about Wicked.
Ooh.
Whee!
When we talked about Wicked, the second movie hadn't come out yet. So we could potentially discuss the second movie. Have you guys seen it?
I missed my opportunity to see the second movie. My mom and sister have.
Okay.
They were like, I think my sister liked it more. My mom was, well, I think they were both sick.
Oh, no.
So they were just like, oh, watch Wicked.
Yeah.
I think, the general consensus was that, like, it wasn't as good as the first one. It's just like a lot of Wicked-themed cereal.
There's a lot of
Wicked
Wicked-themed stuff in stores right now.
A lot of green and pink stuff.
Yeah.
That maybe shouldn't have been dyed green or pink.
Yeah.
And maybe people didn't want to put that in their bodies, and so it kind of sat out for a long time.
Yeah. It's always rough when you go to like the grocery store and you see like a movie-themed cereal and you're like, that came out like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been a while. Well, it's like been half a year since that movie came out.
Well, I'm talking more generally.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fair.
But also that.
Yeah. I did see the second one, and it was just okay. The pacing was just really weird in the second one, which I do understand because the second act is a little bit more bare bones in terms of plot. Like, they kind of just jump around the place because the second one is mainly about, like, here's how the Tin Man became the Tin Man and the Scarecrow became the Scarecrow and blah, 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 blah. And so what ends up happening is there's a lot of, like, disjointed scenes that feel less disjointed when you're watching it in the theater, I think, because
you're in a box.
Yeah, I feel like you're more used to, like, the set change of it all and, like, jumping from one scene to another, whereas in a movie it feels like they have to, like, justify the reasons why someone's, like, going to talk to someone a bit more, I guess.
Yeah.
So it ended up feeling a little bit weird. So the first half of the movie was both too fast-paced and not fast-paced enough, if that makes sense.
Rough.
Like, it was just, like, kind of drawn out.
Like, maybe too fast-paced, but nothing was really happening.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant. So, like, there were some cool sequences. Like, the Tin Man sequence was pretty cool, and the actors did a great job. I think the songs didn't hit as hard as I thought they would. My favorite song from Act 2 is No Good Deed, and that was just okay. Like, it was a good song, and Cynthia Erivo did a really great job. But it wasn't to the scale of Defying Gravity, which also makes sense because it's in the middle of the movie. It did make me cry. So then the second half of the movie, as soon as No Good Deed happens, the rest of that movie, devastating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'll have to say is that I feel like they added some nice stuff to really land the end of the movie. The only thing I will say is that because they built up Glinda and Elphaba's relationship so well in these movies, it's so unbelievable to me that Elphaba ends up with Fiero. Like, I was like, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
In the play, I believed it because I think it was framed slightly differently, and you don't get as many, like, deeply intimate moments between Glinda and Elphaba. So when it happens in the movie, I was like, what is happening? Why is Fiero going with Elphaba? Like, even though I know why, I'm not believing it. So that was my only thing.
Yeah.
So we write a story where someone isekais in.
In the body of Sasuke.
In the body
of Mabel Pines. With Sharpay.
We're adding so many characters.
Body of Sasuke, blood of Mabel Pines.
Oh, God. We did get a funny comment where someone said, on first watch, the Defying Gravity scene was epic, but on second watch, I was like, good Lord, can we speed it up? I've been sitting for 3 hours. I thought that was funny because I'm glad I wasn't the only one who had that experience.
Yeah, it really does sort of mess with the viewing experience when you really have to pee.
Yeah.
But tickets for $30.
It's just really like, it was only epic for the first time, and after that, you're like, it doesn't need to be this long. So do with that information what you will.
I will not eat that cereal.
That sounds good.
I will.
I will. Next thing.
Yeah,
Next thing. Okay, the next one was City of Ember. I don't really have any follow-ups besides the fact that I've been playing Pocopia and I really want to build an underground city like the City of Ember.
And then rule it with an incompetent grace create a separate storeroom for yourself filled with food,
Mhm.
and only award
I
the
did
Pokemon
actually,
who are
I
most
did
loyal.
build an underground storage area for myself.
Hello, Mayor.
Yeah. I am the mayor of Pokopia. No, in Pokopia, the great thing is it allows you to build underground, but it's really difficult. And so I was like, I do really want, like, that would be like, that's like my pipe dream wish fulfillment thing that I want to do in Pokopia.
When you retire,
Yeah, I
you'll
literally
break
think
out the
no, I
Pokopia.
genuinely think I would be playing this game until I'm like 80.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
because of how much stuff there is to do. But I really do want to try to build an underground city to live the dream of
The City
the
of
City
Ember.
of Ember and whatnot, but that will take me a while.
Live the dream of the City of Ember is a interesting sentence to think
Well, what
about.
I really need to do is there is like one big volcano mountain in one of the areas, so I could like build it under that and then like drill down so that you get the like experience of like looking down on the city, like how Lena and
Oh, that's
Dune
cool.
do.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a lot of work. Stay tuned, listener. In 15 seasons, maybe I'll have started on my City of Ember build in Pokopia.
Welcome back to season 62 of Nostalgia Club. Victoria has finally begun her construction.
Hey, that would be accurate to the City of Ember lore
Yeah.
because they send like a bunch of 65-year-olds down.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you,
And then I go and I live in I get isekai into Pokopia with Sasuke and Mabel Pines and Sharpay.
and your phone, and it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Could you see them rebooting City of Ember, making a TV show about it?
Hmm.
They'd
you
have
think
to,
it has the
they'd have to
potential?
fill out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. They kind of get out pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
They'd definitely be like inventing a lot if
Mhm.
they were writing a City of Ember.
I think you could absolutely spin that world out and really make it feel like expansive
Yeah.
and complicated.
Yeah.
I think that the core story could be followed, but you would need a few more protagonists who
Yeah.
are not children.
Yeah. I feel like if you planned it out well, you could have probably a really solid first season. And after that, I think it could.
It would make a great miniseries.
Mm.
Yeah.
Great
Mhm.
miniseries.
Yeah. I could see it. The mayor would have an arc, obviously. Maybe like Looper, the
First, he doesn't have as much food, and then he has lots of food.
And then he has too much food.
I think it'd be interesting to actually like think about how the politics in this world would actually function
Mm-hmm.
and like explore the like potential like darkness of that.
First, there's a city council, and then there's no city council.
I could see Looper having an arc. He's the guy who like smuggles the stuff from the storerooms. I don't know.
First, he has no colored pencils,
I think
and then
the
he has.
I think the
7
greenhouse
colored- I'm sorry.
the greenhouses should
The greenhouses are interesting.
yeah.
Mm.
We get a glimpse of that.
Yeah.
The whole notion of exploring the outskirts.
Ooh, you know what'd be interesting is if the mini series was like interspersed with some flashback episodes back to like when the City of Ember was first established.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
So you can compare and contrast like what life is like now versus then, what the intention was versus what it's become.
I think that's actually a really cool concept because a lot of what's going wrong in the City of Ember is that people have just lost knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And so showing the audience what has been lost could be
Yeah.
a really interesting like overall message and theme.
Mhm.
Because we are at a point right now where a lot of general human knowledge for most people is at that threat of being lost because people are not willing to learn things anymore and are instead using
AI. We'll
AI.
say, yeah.
yeah.
There's I don't even know how to put it, but it's like the slow slippage of perhaps academic rigor or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, I'm citing a source about something that's very scientific, but when you look at like what that came from, it's because it was researched through AI, and the AI was like combining two columns in what anyone reading the physical document would recognize as two columns,
Yeah.
but it smushes two words together, referring to a process that doesn't exist or
Yeah.
whatever.
Just making things up.
Yeah.
But like the big generator in the City of Ember, right? They've forgotten how it works. They
Mhm.
just plug components in and they hope it happens. It's very grimdark. And I don't see a lot of people talking about this, but we are hurtling towards a grimdark future where people use AI to code things or design things or build things.
But then they won't actually know how
And they
functions.
don't know how it works. And then if there ever comes a point where we need to fix something really complicated and we don't know how it works and the AI doesn't know how it works, or the AI stops working because all our water is gone, and we're just left with this big mysterious hunk of something
that's breaking.
That it's breaking, and all we can do is pray that it works, and that's how you get machine cults.
Yeah.
And that's how you get grimdark fantasy. Where people are just like, I guess we'll pour blood into the HP printer. Maybe it wants blood.
Yeah, I think...
Adeptus Graucicus. The Adeptus Claudicus.
Priest of Claude, what do you say? I say the Hyundai Elantra requires goat sacrifices.
Adorator of the cult of Gemini.
My Adobe software won't update.
What do I do? Cut off all your toes. Feed it to the funnel.
Oh, God.
City of Ember.
City of Ember, yay! You bring up some excellent points that would be really interesting to explore in the City of Ember. If anyone wants to make a City of Ember adaptation, email us at nostalgicpodcast.
We have no resources, but we have read the book.
We have ideas, and that's worth something.
We'll hop on a Zoom call and go, maybe this.
All right, after the City of Ember was Haikyuu.
Hey! We will be reviewing more Haikyuu stuff.
Yes, everyone wants you guys to read the manga for the next arc before watching the movie.
Oh.
So...
Put it on the list.
Yeah, someone said, I don't know what to comment, but I love Haikyuu, and this was a nice dump.
Yes!
Which is great.
Nice dump. And like the Wii bowling.
Yeah.
Nice dump.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Don't read the comments, but someone also said, they mentioned that there's like this specific phenomena that I should talk to you guys about, which I can't talk about it specifically in the context of the ending yet, but I was really curious. I have like a funny question to pose, which is, so there's this phenomenon, I think I might have mentioned in one of the Haikyuu episodes, where you can basically take any two characters from Haikyuu, even if they rarely interact, and pair them up, because anything can happen in the world of Haikyuu. They play volleyball together. They could meet off screen or whatever.
Sure.
But one of the top 10 most popular ships is one of those.
Which is just two random characters?
Which is two characters who have very minimal screen time together. Like, they're rarely ever shown having a conversation.
Are you asking us to guess?
I want you guys to guess.
If
I
you
think it'll be
that
really...
I remember.
No, I think it'll be really funny for the listeners to hear you guys try to guess
I have a follow-up
what
question.
this ship is.
Follow-up question. Because sometimes when this happens, we have two characters who don't interact and people are like, how did this ship happen? It's because of one really influential fanfic or something of that. Like one really influential fan creation is the source of this ship that people really liked that thing and now consider that ship a popular, like enough chatter has been happening about it. Or is this a ship that enough people saw individually and all came together to agree that this pairing would work, like separately? I guess, like, what's the source of this? If the source is one person's fan work, then we're not guessing this.
Okay.
But if the source is a lot of people saw the chemistry,
that's true,
then we could guess it.
Victoria's a big smile on her face.
It's not because of a specific fan fiction, at least to my knowledge, but it is because of something that happens at the end.
We're never going to guess this.
At the end of the whole show.
At the end of the whole series.
So we can't guess this. We don't have the context.
No, but I just think it'd be really funny. We don't have to spend too long on this. But
these are characters we've already seen.
These are characters you have met. So I'm not just like making you guess completely blindly.
So are any of them part of, like, you know, the obligatory one team at the start of a tournament arc that gets obliterated by...
No.
Okay.
These are like characters that have at least been like featured in one of the major arcs.
I don't know. Two of the coaches.
Yeah, are they high schoolers?
It's not the coaches.
All right.
Though people do also ship the coaches.
Snake Boy and Wall Boy.
Is it Snake Boy and someone else?
No.
Okay.
Guess Block and I'm Mad.
Are they boys?
Could be anyone.
Yes,
I'm
there are
casting a
boys.
wide
Okay.
net.
Who is I'm mad?
Casting a wide net.
Is it?
I'm
Oh,
doing
man.
a lot of work.
There's so many, every team has so many boys, and there's like so many boys that you just sort of like, all right, there's the one that shows up for half a second to, poop himself. Is it someone on Karasuno?
No.
Okay. Because there are a few boys that are on Karasuno.
It's not Karasuno. It's not Oikawa's team.
Okay.
Less crazy twin and normal looking boy.
One of them is the twins. I'll give you.
Less
One of them
crazy
is one of the
twin
twins.
And Diary of the Wimpy Kid Hair Boy.
Who is Diary of the Wimpy Kid?
He's the
Hair
three
Boy?
prongs.
Oh, no, it's not it. It's the quote-unquote more crazy twin.
Okay.
More crazy
okay,
twin.
That's maybe a
Bird
little helpful.
Boy.
No.
Because this, if it was the less crazy twin, this would be like a more nuanced thing, I think.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a more superficial, like.
Germaphobe Boy.
Yes.
Oh, I got it.
Which one's the germaphobe?
He's the mask, and he's cool and mysterious. We don't know anything about him except he doesn't like germs.
Oh,
He predicted the
Oh.
COVID-19 pandemic.
interesting. I don't see it at all. I imagine maybe when we reach the end, it'll make more sense.
I mean, we literally...
I'm telling you, there's still like no like canonical like interaction that would like indicate any sort of chemistry between these two
Listen,
characters.
It's just like if A equals B and B equals C.
But
then...
there is an implication that they do spend time together in the future. So then people just took that and ran with it.
You don't
Okay.
need a ton of ground to launch a ship, right? The ship
Right,
floats
right,
on
right.
water. And so it doesn't need a stable base.
You just need
You can
something that's
ship-
buoyant.
You can ship anyone with anyone. You can ship the Onceler with himself, right? Like, it doesn't need to make sense.
You could ship one twin with the other. Oh, wait, no.
Michael's
joke,
been
Michael,
ejected
but
from the podcast.
Michael, you joke, but that actually is one of the more popular ships.
Oh, I'm
not
sure.
surprised.
I'm not surprised
Of
at all.
course, it's the internet.
I almost guessed that in our guessing period, just, because.
We're just a bunch of degenerates, you know?
Yeah.
That's all we are.
Anyways, you got it.
Hey!
Hey.
What do I win?
I don't know. The joy of the listener getting to listen to you try to guess.
I'll take it.
I see why people ship them, but it is just so funny that this commenter literally said they have a total of like 16 frames together.
It's not even a full second. Wait, no, are they on
like
twos? Or...
manga panels, like 16 manga panels. Like,
They're on screen for like a fraction. They're just like flashing on screen. Someone pauses and like, look, an
in
animation
fact,
glitch.
I don't think they've even technically interacted on screen yet. In the like training camp arc that Kageyama goes to, he talks to Sakuza by himself, and then he talks to Atsumu separately also.
Yeah.
But I don't think the two of them actually talk or have a conversation.
Well, like you said, the implication that they spend any time together at all is enough for people to, create an entire life.
Like, these two characters were in the same building at the same time. It's possible.
Well,
I'm excited.
yeah, I'm looking
consume more
forward to
Haikyuu.
the context for
It's
that.
been a while. I'm ready to get back into it.
Mhm.
I will
This is
find
the
these
bummer
manga
is that
books.
after this next Haikyuu episode that we do, which is about the movie, we might have to wait a bit for the next movie.
Oh.
We'll just sort of make stuff up.
And then we might have to just read the manga for the rest of it because
That's
we
fine.
don't even have a confirmed final arc adaptation yet.
Manga is just slower animation.
Yeah.
I'll just blink my eyes to make the frames move.
Yeah.
I'm really
but
curious.
Honestly, just reading that last arc will be more than enough stuff for us to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I really am curious to see how the manga goes because there is so much of the anime that's, I'm seeing a lot of volleyball happening.
Hmm.
And I'm like, this has got to be a different experience in the manga.
I bet a lot of volleyball happens there too.
well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
It's like action shot, action shot, action shot. And it's like, I think they'll probably have to, I think it's going to be a little different reading it
Yeah.
with individual panels and seeing how, I'm curious to see
Yeah.
how it looks in what is still a visual, but still very different medium.
Mm-hmm. It will be a really fun experience for this arc in particular because I remember so vividly my experience reading this arc and waiting week to week for each chapter to come out and like not knowing who is going to win. So you guys will have a similar experience.
Mm.
Hooray!
Yes. Excited.
Woo.
Okay, next thing.
after Haikyuu was Kung Fu Panda.
Oh.
I recently rewatched the second movie, and it was good, but I still stand by what I said in the episode, which is that the first movie is still my favorite of the three. But I do want to rewatch the third movie at some point.
I've still never watched
just to wrap it up.
The third one, I think, is...
the least necessary?
Well, it's interesting because they do kind of like thematically do a nice thing in terms of bringing it full circle. But there's like, when I think of like the first two movies, you know, there are various scenes that resonate surprisingly well. They kind of catch you off guard a little because it's a goofy movie and that's a different movie.
Not literally.
But it's silly, but you get these moments of charm and then moments of like wisdom, and it's nice and, you know, meaningful character sort of development. And I feel like the third has a lot less in the way of meaningful character development.
That would make sense. It's too bad they never made a fourth one.
But it's still good. One interesting thing about the third is that you expect, in much the same way that the first two movies have, like, the villains have their own kind of mini arc, or at least you get an understanding of their arc in reverse.
Yeah.
Like the arc that they already went through that, you know, put them on the path of darkness and everything. The villain in the third one gets, like, the setup for that, I feel like, but doesn't really go anywhere with it. It's like they tell you about him at the start.
I don't remember who was the villain in the third one.
J.K. Simmons. He was like a water buffalo.
Oh, yes.
Kai.
Think, Poe, think!
Yeah. They just sort of tell you about him at the start. And it's an interesting setup because he's like Oogway's old warrior brother or whatever. They both led an army across like China, and Oogway, like when he's injured, the bad guy, Kai, carries him to get help from, you know, this village of pandas that have this like healing magic. And Oogway like changes Oogway's perspective. But then Kai is like, I can take, you know, just like we've been taking all of China, I can take the power of these pandas. And then Oogway, like, I don't know, defeats him.
Yeah. Banishes him to the Shadow Realm or whatever.
Yeah. And you sort of expect like maybe a little more in the way of like exploring because you always get like a little more of the emotional reality of Tai Lung or Lord Shen. But there's never like one last scene of like, oh, the betrayal that he felt, or like he's just sort of like, Oogway tried to erase my memory or whatever.
He's more generic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, his theme is literally an Imagine Dragons song, I think.
Oh.
Huh.
I think it's an Imagine Dragons song.
They're like, bum.
Yeah. I think it's called I'm So Sorry. I think I tried to like look it up, and all the information I found on that was like, yeah, they asked Imagine Dragons if they could just, you know, do their song, but, you know, in score format. And Imagine Dragons said, okay.
Fascinating.
So, interesting. It's a good track.
I have one more thing, which is at the Winter Olympics. The person who won the gold medal in men's figure skating was a skater from Kazakhstan. And for his exhibition routine at the Olympics, he dressed as Poe.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So he was this is like, it's so funny. It's like gold medal winner skating in a Poe outfit.
That
feels
awesome. Like a big disadvantage. That feels pretty bulky.
But it's so fun. And then not only that, but all like this is him like doing a jump.
That's
wow.
Fantastic.
And then at the end, Jackie Chan was there.
Oh my gosh.
Was that like purely a coincidence?
No, I assume Jackie Chan was there for the Olympics.
No, I mean, but like, was Jackie Chan told like, oh, one of the skaters is going to do a Poe, like a Kung Fu Panda?
Maybe.
Like a movie you were in. Do you remember that, Jackie? You versed the monkey.
I'm not sure because typically the only skaters who take part in the exhibition are ones who medal in events. Okay, sorry. I don't know my figure skating lore well enough. Non-medalists are also invited to perform at the exhibition, and it's completely up to the organizers. They typically will invite local skaters or skaters with fan-favorite exhibition programs. But the men's figure skating program was like a huge upset this year.
Oh.
People say it was because like the ice quality was bad, but a lot of the favorites to win did not win.
Interesting.
And so like this skater from Kazakhstan, he's very talented. Like I watched his program and it's beautiful. So he fully deserved to win, but he didn't expect to. But maybe I could also see them being like, you've got this fun program you do where you dress up as Poe. Like we should just do that. Because like the exhibition's like meant to be fun and entertaining for everyone. So In this case, he actually first wore a panda outfit for his exhibition performance at the 2024 Grand Prix final in France. So I think he had some idea that he would be performing this at the Olympics since he brought the costume with him.
I just think it'd be fun if, like, Jackie Chan was, like, walking through the Olympics venue, like, oh, like, it's so cool to be here. Is that Po from Kung Fu Panda? I was in that movie, and just sprints towards the rink. Like, I gotta meet this guy.
Well, it brings to mind what I think you mentioned in our Despicable Me episode, where you talked about someone using Despicable Me music.
Yeah, and then dressed up as a minion.
Yeah.
For his program. Which
Again, that seems like a detriment to your ability to skate, but maybe that's part of it.
Well, his was like, because that one was for a competition.
Yeah.
It's much more like a form-fitting skating outfit as
Terrifying.
opposed to Poe. Well, no. He's just wearing like a yellow shirt and
he's not wearing like
overalls.
a full onesie with the minion
No.
face.
Impossible to move.
It's just inspired by the minion. So yellow t-shirt and blue overalls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then there's like, wasn't there like an Olympic runner who would have a Yu-Gi-Oh card he would pull out and show everyone?
Oh, I didn't know about that one,
Yeah.
but that's fun.
And then he'd tuck it back in and...
I do know that some of the women's figure skaters for the U.S., they were opening Pokemon card packs during like the opening ceremony.
Of course. Awesome.
So I thought that was fun. So many nerds at the Olympics.
Yeah. The nerds are growing up, and now they're Olympians.
Yeah. All right. Last episode for this recap episode that we're going to talk about was our Geronimo Stilton episode.
We truly did not expect the level of response from the Geronimo Stilton fandom.
Yeah.
You are real, and you're here, and you're loud, and we're very
we
grateful.
appreciate you.
Yes.
We
People
do.
left such wonderful long comments on this episode. I think it was our most commented episode of this season.
And this feels like, I feel like everyone in this fandom is just loving life. For real.
Yeah.
Just like, it's just nice.
Not taking
Yeah.
it too seriously. It's a book about a mouse billionaire. And
I feel like they really took Geronimo's life motto to heart,
yeah.
which is like he just wants to live his best life, eat cheese. I did recently, one of my coworkers was like, yeah, like I'm considering getting this monthly cheese subscription. And I was like, Geronimo Stilton would approve.
The people love cheese.
Yeah.
And we
Who
are the
doesn't-
people.
Yeah, who doesn't love cheese?
We're going to do more.
Yes.
We're going to review some more in the, not directly Geronimo Stilton, but in the universe.
Yeah, because apparently
Geronimo
there's so
Stilton.
much lore.
Yes. And we need to learn it.
Mm-hmm. All of it.
All of it.
We gotta know exactly what all those places on the map at the top of the book are.
Yeah.
What all those characters.
And when Jeopardy inevitably does the Geronimo Stilton themed episode, we'll be there. We'll rig the game.
Can you imagine if we ever reached the level where we could be on Jeopardy?
I do very badly.
No, but if it was like nostalgia themed.
I do very badly.
No, it would be difficult, but I think it'd be fun.
I need someone next to my podium whispering answers to me.
When's Jeopardy gonna add a helpful advisor?
Yeah, do you phone a friend in Jeopardy? Is that a thing?
No.
No, okay. I'm confusing my game shows.
The game's pretty fast paced.
Yeah.
It's sort of like answer.
But
answer.
if there was a phone a friend in, okay, this is a lot of hypotheticals. If hypothetically we got to be on Jeopardy and hypothetically it was nostalgia themed, then if they added a phone a friend feature, I would kindly ask for the number of one of the Geronimo Stilton fans to be my phone a friend for Geronimo Stilton questions.
That's such a huge gamble.
Yeah.
You gambling that the one big question you're going to need help with is a
It's
Geronimo Stilton
No,
question.
I don't know. This is a bit
If we did a
bad.
I
bit.
just imagine revealing the different categories, and one of them is like, I forget, they always do sort of like a pun, but it's like, Geronimo Stilton, and you just go, yes! Yeah!
My gamble paid off.
they dragging you off the stage, you're like, I got it! I'm going to win!
Lastly, I also want to say, while we were recording this episode, my friend texted me, I'm at the train station right now, and there's a group of 3 women reading Geronimo Stilton in French and trying to decipher together the words.
Huh.
The Geronimo Stilton fans are out there in the wild.
And they're learning French.
Reading Geronimo Stilton in French, which is very impressive. And I love it.
Are the cheese puns and whatnot still, do they carry over?
I assume they would try to, if it was like a in order to do a really authentic translation, you gotta like do your best to translate the puns over as well. You know what's funny? This is slightly embarrassing. Now, after the Geronimo Stilton episode, when I type the word famous, I do accidentally add an E at the end. And then I have to delete it.
That's great. That's really good, though.
You know, like sometimes when you like are trying to spell a word that's like a little bit harder to spell.
Yeah.
And so you kind of sound out what it sounds like to help you spell the word.
Yeah.
So in my head, I now say mouse. Nope. Famous. Yeah.
And that's why these books, you know, they do a lot of great things for the youth, for reading comprehension, but not for spelling. Bad for spelling.
Yeah, did we mention in the Rodents with Job episode, but we had a librarian say that at their library, the Geronimo Stilton books really fly off the shelves.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
kids really love these books, so.
Kids love a rat.
Yeah. Well, he's not even a rat.
We don't
He's a
know
mouse.
for
He's a
sure.
mouse.
No, I think we get text that indicates there's some kind of prejudice against rats.
Oh.
Yeah.
When will Geronimo Stilton tackle racism? Could be good. Institutional racism.
Will you wear wigs?
What?
When will you wear?
When will you
I
wear
get the
wigs?
reference, but why now?
I don't know. It just, you said the word will and then asked a question and my brain went straight to the,
So little is needed.
do you wear wigs?
Such a small
wear
amount
wigs?
of effort needed.
Have you
to
ever worn
summon.
wigs?
When will you wear wigs?
It's so good. Well, thank you for listening to this season 5 recap, part 1. We will be back next week with part 2 and back with season 6 very shortly after.
Yeah, not a long wait.
We will be back with season 6.
Yes.
We will wear wigs.
If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating, subscribe on your podcast platform of choice, leave a comment if you would like to comment on our corrections, comment on our comments to your comments. Follow us on Instagram at Nostalgica Podcast or email us at nostalgicapodcast@gmail.com. We also are under at MouseKnight Studios on all platforms if you want to learn about our other shows. We also have a Ko-fi if you would like to support us financially. We also have a new newsletter.
Hey!
Yay! So if you want to know what's coming in season 6, so maybe you can like read or watch ahead, or if you just want to like hear from us more often about our ancillary thoughts similar to this recap episode about general books and media that are nostalgic-ish in the world. I'm not pitching this very well, but you know.
It's a newsletter. We're
It's a
going to
newsletter.
write news, but specifically about us.
Yeah. It'll be fun. So check that out in the description. There'll be a link.
And until next time, Michael's going to tell us all about how Sasuke saved Sky's marriage.
Oh my God.
You can fade out on this. So once upon a time, there was a troubled young ninja named Sasuke. Sasuke was also a very excellent piano player. He met how old is Sasuke in the original? They're all like 12, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Sasuke, despite being 12, was incredibly lethal in the arts of ninjutsu. He also happened to know a young girl named Sky, who was his age as well. She did not know ninjutsu, but she was very good at math.
Actually, you know what's funny? I actually think Sky and Sasuke would get along better than Jeffrey and Sky.
I think it would be a lot of like, Sky's like, my life is so hard. And Sasuke's like, me too, friend. My whole family got wiped out in a genocidal rage. And Sasuke's like, and then Sky's like,
And Sasuke's like, wow, that's rough. Luckily, my whole family is alive because it's in the AU where
Did I-
Sasuke's family isn't
Wait,
wiped
did
out.
I mess up their names?
Yeah,
Did I
you
confuse
said
them?
Sky. No, at the beginning it was fine. Up until that moment,
Oh,
that was where you mixed it
anyway.
up.
That's great.
I think his tragic backstory really put her into perspective.
No, it's just that like Sky sometimes does like to just like solve a problem by like beating someone up instead of like acknowledging her feelings about it. So in an ironic way, I'm not saying Sky would like kill people, but you know, yeah. After beating Sasuke, who knows? No, I'm kidding.
After getting isekai'd into the Naruto world.
If Sky and Sasuke swapped places, that would be crazy.
I could see Sky being sort of like a What's the ninjutsu that's only physical attacks?
Taijutsu.
Taijutsu.
I
master.
think Sky could do a good taijutsu.
Yeah.
She'd make a good taijutsu run.
Sky would be such good friends with Tenten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be back in Avengers Endgame as 1111. Make a wish.
Sky
Wow.
will return in Avengers Endgame as 1111 is a crazy sentence. Oh my god. Okay, we gotta end this episode.
All right, we'll pause.
Sasuke will return in Avengers Endgame.
Sasuke will return in Avengers Endgame as Sharpay. No, as Mabel
Sharpay
Pines.
will return in Avengers Endgame.
Guys, this movie's pretty bad.